All right, everybody, welcome back to Gilbert's, Illinois. I'm Coach Nolan Nolan Long Snapping. All right, so here we are out of the dog den with Top Snapper America live. All right, so to kind of give you an idea of what the charting is going to be like today. All right, so every snapper gets 2 charting attempts. Okay, each attempt is 10 punt snaps and 5 field goals. Of those 10 punt snaps, they'll have 2 snaps, so they don't have to do anything. Then they'll have 4 snaps where they will either have to do a snap and block or a snap and release. So in other words, snap and protect or snap and cover. All right, so it kind of shows you what their ability is with the whole process. Now, they will not do a full sense cover right now. They will get that in the agility charts later. So coaches, if you want to see what they look like with their full go and all that kind of stuff and actually movement after they snap the ball, all right, that'll be in the agility charts. That's done after the snap charts. All right, so to give you an idea how it works, so you can see I'm standing in front of the long snapper target, okay? Huge fan of what they've done. They've done a great job, longsnappingtarget.com. Love everything they've done. Beautiful targets. These suckers have lasted. Now, we have pumped out hundreds of thousands, yes, hundreds of thousands of some of these targets, and I know it looks a little beat up, but this has been the same flat that I've had for about 4 years. This sucker is still alive and well. It's pretty insane. All right, so that being said, same parts, same everything. It's all the same stuff. So it's pretty amazing how they hold up. Now, that being said, to kind of give you an idea, so every single person that is the punter will be standing directly in front. They'll feel where the bars are and stand right in the middle of the target. So every single snap will be done 2-person right in front of the target. The only time that it's not is when we go to field goal. We don't need the target for that part. All right, but that being said, the punter's heels. The punter's heels will be done at 15 yards. 1-5. I only do 15-yard snaps. So coaches, if you're thinking that, hey, we do 14 and a half yards, well, kind of put in perspective, 14 yards is about a 0.03 faster in snap times. So if you hear a guy is getting a 7.2, that means he's at my time for 15 yards. That puts him around a 6.9 at that 14 yards. So kind of keep that in perspective. We always do the furthest distance, and then from there you can always do the math in your end. And that'll also help you out as well too when it comes to when each chart is going. That that's about a minus 0.03 for a 14-yard snap. So I'll kind of keep that reiterated. All right. So that being said, to kind of give you an idea how the points work, it's simple. All right. So the bars are worth 1 point. All right. So that means this border right here. So if I'm seeing that ball touching the bar, that's worth 1 point for a snap. All right. If the ball is inside the bars, so red flap or the human body, all right, then it's worth 2 points. All right. That being said, if they throw a snap that has a wobble, it's a minus 1 point of any of points accumulated to that snap. So they cannot get a negative point snap, but they can absolutely get 2 points for accuracy and minus 1 for a wobble. They only got 1 point for that snap. Or even worse, if they throw a border shot that's worth 1 point and it has a wobble, then that would be 0 points. All right, so that's how it makes things really simple. So you have to throw spirals. You have to throw consistency. All that matters. Now, as far as snap times go, what we do is we take their average from each chart and they get points accumulated and added up to what works for each one of those charts. So it works out nicely where they get points for there. Those are pretty heavily weighted as well too in the overall grand scheme of things. All right. So one final thing to say is that with their post snap, if they don't do the release or if they don't do their block, that's a minus of a point for that as well too. So they got to do their job. They have to make sure they're doing the entire operation and showing it. All right. So that being said, again, 10 punt snaps in a row. Each guy you will see will get 10 straight punt snaps, and in that same stream, they will then get 5 8-yard field goal snaps. All right, so if you guys do 7, 7.5, you can kind of figure that out on your end. All right, but again, we do 8 yards. Now, if you're wondering about as far as laces and whatnot, these guys don't get a lot of time to warm up with holders and stuff. So it's not like they can work with them for 20, 30 minutes and try just for field goals to try to get down. So I'm not worrying about the laces. I will say, like, hey, he's getting laces. That's really great. All right, but it's not any points noted to it. It's also not a huge deduction because of the fact that they're not getting time to work with them. All right, but we're definitely looking at the accuracy, and that makes a lot of sense. All right, so that being said, the first guy will be up here in just a hot minute. All right, that covers everything for the snap charts. Again, Coach Nolan's long snapping out of Gilbert's, Illinois, at the Top Snap.